Can we agree that murder is against the law? When hearing of a murder getting off easy, how does it make you feel? Unplanned pregnancies happen, but abortion is not the answer. According to lifenews.com, over 58 million abortions have occurred since 1973. Many families are waiting patiently to adopt a baby. Keith Ryler states in his article on lifenews.com that there are up to 36 couples waiting for every one baby placed up for adoption. Unplanned pregnancies can be a very hard time on the individuals involved, but when you consider a family who's been waiting patiently to have their own child but are unable to, they would love to adopt these potential children. Adoption instead of abortion is something greater. It allows a family to form. But first, in order to understand the need to abolish abortion, you also need to understand the different types of abortion. During the first trimester, there are medications for the mother to take to abort the fetus. The pills cause the embryo to detach from the uterine wall and allow the embryo to be expelled a couple days later. Curatives and dilation evacuation are methods in which a curate and a vacuum are used to remove the fetus and all parts from the uterus. According to the APA, or the American Pregnancy Association, dilation and curatives is used to terminate a pregnancy up to 16 weeks gestation, while dilation evacuation is used to terminate pregnancies after 16 weeks gestation. The baby is basically dismembered piece by piece and has to be sucked out of the uterus. According to Mayo Clinic, during the 5th week of development, a fetus has a heartbeat, spinal cord, brain, and other organs which have already formed. Another type of abortion is called induction abortion. According to the APA, induction abortion is rarely used anymore, but they use salt water, urea, and potassium chloride, which is injected into the amniotic sac. In this type of procedure, the fetus is practically burned alive inside the uterus and are usually performed up to 24 weeks gestation. Partial birth abortion is the last type of abortion. In this type, the baby is delivered feet first, with the head remaining inside the birth canal. An instrument is then inserted at the base of the baby's skull into the baby's brain and is used then to scrape and suck out the brain matter from the baby. According to the APA, partial birth abortions are used to terminate pregnancies after 21 weeks gestation and up to 24 weeks gestation, which means that the baby can feel pain caused by this type of abortion, as they begin to feel pain as early as week 8 of the development. While the number of abortions are starting to decline, there are still over 1 million abortions in the U.S. each year. The number of abortions are declining because of the fact that people are becoming more aware and more informed about the amount of development that this unborn fetus has had. Once the abortion has been banned, unplanned pregnancies must be carried out by the mother. She should have two choices. The first option would be to keep the child, but her final option would have to be giving up her baby for adoption. There also has to be a limit on how many children you can actually give up by an individual to ensure we don't take advantage of the system and be paid to have children. If the required legal limit of children has been met and the individual comes up pregnant again, she will be required to keep her child, give it to the state for adoption, and would also be required to have a hysterectomy or have her tubes tied. There are many practical reasons why abortion should be abolished. A woman who undergoes abortion is at higher risk for long-term health risks. Abortion hurts the woman. Women who undergo abortion are at higher risk for future infertility issues. Other long-term risks include breast, cervical, ovarian cancers, which these are pretty good reasons, but another reason is not to abort the baby is to allow a baby a chance at life. By being adopted and by a loving family, in many cases, the adopted parents are allowed to experience parenthood, which might otherwise might not have been possible for them. Adopting parents have the joy or the challenge and rewards of loving and raising a child. Studies show adopted children do well in school. They show high levels of self-esteem, optimism, social competence, and feelings of security. They are also less likely to be depressed or use alcohol, engage in vandalism or theft, or any major crime. While abortion may seem like the easy way out to a tough situation, it is not the answer. I believe that Thomas Pastorius put it best when he says, "We have seen the anguish and pain that these women have suffered because they fell for the lie that abortion is quick, easy, painless solution to their problems." So as I have shown, while abortion is a lasting solution, it is also a long-lasting negative effect on the mother's physical and mental health. Abortion has been a very sensitive topic for a very long time. There are numerous amounts of information supporting pro-life and pro-choice. While everyone is entitled to their opinion, I feel that abortion should be banned completely in order to save millions of children who die each year. I hope through this speech you have a brief understanding of the different types of abortions which are performed on a daily basis all over the world. What can be done when abortions are abolished, and the many practical benefits of avoiding abortion for the mother, the babies, the many people who would love nothing more than a child of their own with whom they can share their love. Thank you.